Well, hey there. It's been a hot minute or 5 since I've done a video. I just wanted to pop on here and do a very quick, may actually be quick. Every time I say quick, it ends up being like a 30-minute video. But anyways, I want to do a really quick virus diary, just because I haven't done one for I think a couple weeks. I've been taking a break. I've been building a blog. As soon as that gets done, I will probably come on and do a video and let people, anybody who's interested, know about it. I am building that, so that's one of the reasons that I'm taking a break, is because that hurts my brain a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. Thank goodness I took a course on building a blog, and so I'm trying to do it kind of on my own, and we're gonna see how that goes. It is going slowly, but I'm trying not to overdo it with myself because I have a tendency to overwhelm myself and then I just stop doing something because I get overwhelmed. So I'm just trying to go along with the course that I bought and went through quite a while ago and just go step by step through, and also playing around on stuff and asking friends who know stuff about how to build blogs and how to do stuff like that too when I get stuck, and searching on Google and YouTube, because almost any question you have, somebody out there has probably answered it. So one cool thing about the internet. Okay, I'm filming this on Wednesday, April 29th. So we're almost to the end of April. Our, whatever it's called here in Tennessee, stay at home, safer at home, whatever it's called, is expiring as of the end of the day tomorrow. It is not going to be renewed, at least yet. So not quite sure what that means. It means some things are going to open up, although some places are already saying they're probably not. Like my gym is not going to be opening up, even though that was one of the things that I think could open. But the chain that I go to, Planet Fitness, has said that they are not going to be reopening right away. They're going to stay closed. So I think there are other businesses that have already said they're not sure that they're going to reopen because things are still very unsure. So I guess it's kind of an experiment. We're gonna see what happens. Right now, as of today, the last numbers I saw, a little over 1 million confirmed cases in the United States, and confirmed. Of course, there are probably way more that we don't know about. So anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the less pleasant things. I have been getting into soundtracks. I love listening to soundtracks, especially when I go out for walks. One of the soundtracks that I really enjoy, or should I say sets of soundtracks, because it's from a trilogy, that's Lord of the Rings. I have all 3 of them in my iTunes, and I love to listen to them when I'm out for walks, especially like in the fall, winter. For some reason, something about that time of year, I really enjoy listening to them. I also have several of the Harry Potter film soundtracks, and I recently discovered a channel on YouTube called Force Soundtracks, and I will do my best to remember to put a link to that down below. And they have some soundtracks because I read an article about soundtracks, and I'm gonna have several articles linked down below because I fell down a little rabbit hole. I read an article a while back about the Inception soundtrack, and there was a certain tone to that soundtrack that became a tone or a sound that more and more soundtrack creators started to pick up on. And so there's this sort of trend going on in a lot of soundtracks where they started sounding an awful lot like the sound of the Inception soundtrack. I will link to that article down below. I believe it's from Long Reads. So the one that says Long Reads, I'm not even going to try to imitate the sound because it's really funny, but they have videos in there and sound clips that will let you know what they're talking about. But if you've watched the movie Inception, you probably know what I'm talking about. That sort of big horn sound that happens during one of the climactic scenes. I think it's towards the end of the film. But anyways, I was searching for like Inception and soundtracks like that, and happened upon this channel called Force Soundtracks, and they not only have the Inception soundtrack, they also have the Interstellar soundtrack. And what they seem to have done is taken the entire film, because you know a lot of films have music that underscores pretty much everything, and they basically took the dialogue and maybe some of the sound effects, just lifted those off, and you're left with all of the music that was underpinning everything. So it's not just a soundtrack where you have the highlights of the soundtrack. It's like the whole thing. It's the whole movie, because the Interstellar one is almost 4 hours long, which I think is the length of the movie. It's so cool. And they've done that with Inception as well, so you can listen to the whole thing, which is neat because it's not just the highlights, it's like the whole thing, all of the music, which is not typically what you get like if you were to buy the soundtrack from iTunes or get a CD of it or something. So that's super cool. So I will link to that down below. I have been listening to Interstellar sort of over and over on my walks, and like I said, it's almost 4 hours long. So I'm able to get like 3, almost 4 walks out of that, because my walks are usually around 45 to 50 minutes. Not that you needed to know that. But anyways, if you like soundtracks, I have not explored the entire channel yet, but I want to go there and explore and see more of what they have because I enjoy it. And I'm gonna pop a few more articles about some more like postmodern soundtracks and movies from recent years that are doing things in a more non-traditional way. Because soundtracks and music for film is like a lot of things. There are trends that pop up and will sort of go through a certain generation of films, and then new trends will come in. And as with Inception, you know, there's this sound that is somewhat new, and then it starts to bleed out into other films and soundtracks and all of that. So anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. That's something that I've enjoyed a lot. Also, I've been doing some stretching this week. I decided to take a break from trying to do like aerobics or jumping plyometric type stuff this week, just to give myself a little break. So I'm still doing my walks outside, but I did a really good stretching routine yesterday from the channel MadFit. I'll link to this particular video below. It's a 30-minute stretching routine. It felt so good. It was just wonderful. And it's a beginner-friendly stretching routine. And she gives you some different options for, you know, if you can't do this, here are some different options. You do have to get down on the floor for some of it. So if that's something that is an issue, it may not work for you, but I'm sure you can find some seated stretching. And I may try to do that, find some seated stretching routines that you can do if you can't get down on the floor. But the one that I did yesterday from MadFit, that one is really fantastic. Enjoyed it a lot. And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I'm gonna go over. Soundtracks, some articles, and links to the Force soundtrack channel down below, links to some articles about soundtracks, just because I like them so much, and I want to eventually be in movies. Oh, I have been really inspired over the last like couple weeks, maybe last week and then this week, so not quite 2 weeks, but there's a guy that I've been subscribed to. He's an actor, and he also does a lot of stuff about the business of acting, and he was going to be on this sort of group Zoom call with a few other people, industry people, being sort of put together, that was put together by a fellow actor of his, and she is doing this project called The Stay-at-Home Actor, and I will try to pop some links to that down below as well. And so I've joined over the last like little more than a week, I've joined several different groups, Facebook groups, and I've been really inspired by that. And I'm really enjoying the information that I'm getting. I'm getting very inspired with some of the stuff that's happening. In fact, the casting directors for NCIS are actually accepting submissions from anybody who wants to send them in. They've just opened it up for anybody, and I think I've heard that tens of thousands have submitted, of course. But who knows, maybe I'll submit something just because. It'll probably be the least polished one they'll get, but who knows, you know, might as well throw my hat in the ring for that. Also, I did color my hair. I don't know that it's gonna show up, but it looks more blue than purple, but it was ion color. I did a couple of posts about it on my Instagram, which is gonna be linked down below, and I want to do more. I want to do more purple. Unfortunately, the brand that I want to use, Overtone, they are out of stock of the one kind that I would like to use, because they have come out with colors specifically to go on darker, like brunette hair, because usually those types of colors you have to, if you're going to put it on brunette hair, you're going to have to bleach your hair out first, and I don't want to do that. That's why it didn't pick up all that great on this. But they have come up with some color that you can do without having to do that, that is going to show up on darker hair. They're just out of stock, and I'm sure what we're going through right now probably has contributed to that. But I would like to try that at some point in the future, which means I'm also going to have to invest in at least one wig, because I'm going to need to show people that I can have something other than gray/purple hair. Have fun with it, I figure. It's hair, you know. It comes out. This will wash out. It's already washed out some. So anyways, you know, you might as well have fun while we're going through this whatever time we're going through. I hope you guys are doing well, whoever happens to watch this. I know I'm being very sporadic, so, you know, if you're sticking with me, thank you so much. Take care of yourself, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away or more from other people, and realize that that is not just for you, it's for other people, it's for everybody's safety. Take care, and yeah, I will see you at some point in the future. I will be releasing videos somewhat sporadically, so feel free to subscribe if you're not already, and come back and say hello at some point. Like I said, when my blog goes live, I will make sure to do some sort of announcement so you can check that out. And I will see you sometime in the future. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you later. Bye.